Yo, so today I'll be telling the story of the first time I partook in the magical herb. Now, I'm not promoting the Mighty Mary Jane, as where I live it's illegal, but just because I've done something illegal in the past doesn't mean I can get in trouble for it. Or at least I hope not. Well, I think the law is that as long as it's no longer in your possession, you can't be arrested for it, but that's besides the point. So anyway, the first time I ever had weed was about March 2020. My mate sold it me for about £1, which is equivalent to about $1.30 in US money. We then went down an alley and smoked it. I absolutely hated the taste of it at the time, so after I'd smoked about half of it, I ditched the rest of it. I then sat back down with my mate and was saying about how I still felt fine. A few seconds later I said to my mate, "Do you mind if I roll a straight?" My mate then looked at me and said, "What? You want to roll a straight?" I then sat there for a few seconds working out before I realised that what I'd said didn't even make any sense. And this is when it hit me. I was finally stoned. I'd never felt like that before, so I just laid back and tried to stay calm. I also started to feel quite sick and lightheaded. Eventually I got up and we went to a park. I then tried to smoke a cigarette, but unusually for me it tasted like absolute shit. Probably because I just smoked a J and had really bad cotton mouth. We then went to the shop and I for some reason kept begging my mate to buy me a cream egg. I even ended up getting pissed off at him over it, which I mean doesn't really make sense, but I mean I guess that's what that shit does to you. I assume maybe it's because I had the munchies. Anyway, I eventually ended up going home and that was about it. But now I'm going to tell you about the second time I smoked weed. It's quite a while after the first time, but I feel the story needs to be told because it's basically one of the craziest experiences of my life. Basically, I bought a joint off my mate again, and after I'd smoked it, we went on a walk. As we were walking, I all of a sudden started to feel lightheaded and collapsed to the ground. I was then transported into some sort of weird world where I experienced a whole lifetime of memories and saw many people who probably don't even exist. And also I was speaking some sort of different language. After 2 minutes of being unconscious, my mate managed to wake me up, and when I got up, I was speaking pure gibberish. Like, not even the English language, just like literal gibberish. As I was confused, eventually when I started speaking English again, I for some reason asked my mate if he was my guardian angel. He then decided to play along to this persona and gave himself the name of Guardian Basque. Which I mean doesn't even make any fucking sense, but I mean, you know. Eventually me and Guardian Basque, as you could call him, went to a shop to get some wooden beads that were apparently a gift for God. After this we parted ways and I went home, but still though, it was a completely surreal experience. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. I know that this sort of shit isn't exactly a trending topic on YouTube at the moment, but oh well. At least you now have slightly more insight into my life, even though nobody really cares. Anyway, thank you for making it this far into the video, and that'll be all for now. Goodbye.